Hey everyone, glad you are with us today. I am in the beautiful coastal town of St. Simons Island, Georgia. It's just located about halfway between Savannah, Georgia and Jacksonville, Florida. Today I'll be fishing with my good friend, Captain TJ Cheek of Coastal Georgia Charter Fishing. TJ tells me he's been on an incredible tarpon bite for the last few weeks, so I could not resist the temptation to come on down and try my luck with such majestic fish. Fox Sports Outdoors is on the air right now.
You're watching the only program with weekly fishing reports and real-time outdoor news from the Southeast region. This is Fox Sports Outdoors.
Hey, welcome to the show. I'm Captain Rob Ferris, and as a captain and tournament angler, I've been fortunate enough to have fished much of the offshore and inshore waters of this great nation from Maine to Texas. Today, I'm in beautiful St. Simons Island, Georgia. This part of the country is known for having multiple saltwater species in both near and offshore waters. Anything from flounder, speckled trout, redfish in the marsh and inlets, to kingfish, dolphin, and billfish offshore. Today, we're going to be targeting the majestic tarpon. These fish can grow to enormous sizes, well over 200 pounds. We probably won't get to see any of those giants today, but we hope to see a few fish in the 80 to 100 pound range. Tarpon typically will spawn from April to July on the major moon phases in the near offshore waters. They commonly are found in the coastal waters of Florida. They can often be located as far north as Hatteras, North Carolina. You can also expect on the show today to receive fishing reports from your local region from our insider reporters. Let's go to the FSN studios with your weekly planner.
Great news, everyone. The Salooner tables are indicating that this weekend will offer some fantastic fishing. Saturday's conditions are anticipated to be among the best of the month, while Sunday's game fish activity is listed as excellent. Look for the sun to rise at 7:35 and set at 7:37. And evenings will have a new moon on Saturday. Hang with us for freshwater and coastal information from around the region. Plus, 2014 Classic champion Randy Howell joins me for this week's Ask the Pro question.
So Captain TJ, I know we're going to go look for some tarpon. How are we going to do it?
Well, first thing we're going to do is go get some bait. Typically this bait will be found offshore on a low tide and inshore on a high tide. But right now it's low tide and we've been catching the bait right there near the beach. So as the tide comes in, the bait's going to get flushed up the river. So we're just going to catch it right there on the beach, and then we're going to move up the river and get ahead of it. We're going to set up on a sandbar where the tarpon will stage and wait on the bait to get to them, and we're going to get there first and catch them before the bait gets there.
And what's the tide doing right now?
It's coming in. It's low tide. It's going to be coming in the whole day while we're out here.
Sounds good. All right, let's go. We're anchored here in a spot where the bar comes up, and there's tarpon rolling right behind us here. So as the bait comes by us, the tarpon are feeding and picking them off, and we're just trying to mimic the same bait. So,
exactly. The deer hunters will really understand that this is more or less a choke point. There's
right.
20 feet of water up ahead of us. I just hear tarpon crushing baits everywhere. There's 20 feet of water up ahead of us, and that gets funneled down into about 10 feet where we're sitting. There's several sandbars with humps, and it's much easier for those fish to sit in that 10 feet of water and let the bait get funneled to them instead of trying to hunt it in 20 feet of water up ahead of us.
Right.
And we're just placing our baits where these fish stage and wait on the bait to get flushed in.
Fox Sports Outdoors is brought to you by Tracker Boats. It's more than a boat, it's a tracker. Mercury Outboards, go boldly. Lowrance and the new Hook 2, the world's easiest fish finder. And Louisiana Travel. Plan your fishing trip at louisianatravel.com.
I'm gonna have to go up front here. Oh, oh, look at that! Woo! Oh, that's it. I think we got one on. Well, folks, if you're just joining us, we are hooked up on some tarpon. I got my good friend, Captain TJ Cheeks.
There he goes.
And we are dancing with the kings. Oh!
Putting on a show for you, Rob.
He is a big fish, too.
He's a good one.
We are having some fun. We are actually light lining some live menhaden back in this current rip. And seems to be paying off so far. We got other fish eating right here next to us, TJ.
Nice. We'll get to those in a minute. They're not going anywhere. They're going to hang out because lunch is on the way. All that bait that we ran through to get here, it's all coming here. It's going to be a tarpon buffet.
There we go. There he is right here.
A little bit.
Cork's coming up. There's the leader.
That cork will keep sliding on.
Yep, that's all right. Look at that beautiful fish. Beautiful fish.
See if we can get the leader touch.
Don't jump right here. Oh, come here, big girl. I don't want to horse her too much, TJ.
Oh, it'll be all right. Do what you think you got to do, Rob. I trust you. We'll get out your way in case we got a fire drill to run.
I'm gonna have to go up front here. Oh, look at that! Woo! That's a nice size fish too. What do you think she weighs?
At least 100. I've always felt that when the adrenaline's flowing is not the time to estimate a fish.
Yeah. I just want to get another peek at her.
Yeah. And the best part is the fun's just starting.
Oh, come here. I can't get her away from that anchor. There she goes. There we go.
Yep, gonna surface out here.
There she is. Well, she's just out there pulling against me and the current, TJ.
Yep, you just got her turned around, Rob.
She's just now coming back. I'm gonna have to walk around the other side.
I'm gonna get out your way so you can do what you gotta do. I'm just gonna drift with her as fast as this current is. I don't want to get right on top of her, because then you'll have to negotiate the boat too much.
We'll try to get her a little closer, and we'll be back in just a minute.
Hey folks, it's time for your Carolinas Report, brought to you by the Crazy Sister Marina. We're located on the waterfront in Murrells Inlet, and we're the leader in Grand Strand water sports for years. To book your trip, visit crazysistermarina.com. You can come book a charter, you can hire your own boat, or you can take your kids and become a pirate. crazysistermarina.com. I tell you what, so many things going on. We're going to move out to the saltwater, and there's so many things out there right now, but sheepshead. The nearshore reefs, whether you're in North Carolina or South Carolina, are covered up with sheepshead. Live fiddler crabs work the best. If you can get some barnacles or some oysters or clams to stay on the hook, you can have some good success as well. But I tell you what, you can have a great time right now if you get out on top of those reefs, fish vertical. Jig heads or a single dropper loop with a small hook on it work great. Also on the saltwater side of things, look for those big wahoo. It's that time of the year. The South Carolina Wahoo Challenge is going on. The big wahoos are going to start coming to the scale. Water temperatures changing out there, you're going to find the bait. This has been your Carolinas Report, brought to you by the Crazy Sister Marina. Remember, fish smarter, not harder, and keep your chaos organized.
I tell you what, I've fished all around the world, and this is as good a tarpon fishery as I've seen, TJ. Come on, girl. Put your head up. Oh, man.
You all right?
I'm fine. She's just still tough.
Yeah. Oh, man, they
What's it
fight
been?
till the end. They fight all the way until you grab that face.
I'm trying not to put any excess drag on her, but at the same time, I want to get her back to the boat.
Yep, you're doing just right. You're putting enough heat on her to get her in quickly and ethically, but at the same time not cost you the fish, and that's all you can do. Let's try to get this leader touch.
There's a leader shot right there.
Got a leader touch.
Call fish. Come here, girl. Come here, girl. Come here, girl.
Good job. Now she's starting to circle a little tighter.
Except when she gets right there, then she goes straight back down.
Yep. She's gonna get mad when I grab this leader.
I don't doubt that. She's already been pretty mad.
Oh man, that fish is bigger than I thought, Rob.
I know.
I was starting to doubt our estimates, and I'm absolutely certain of them now.
No, that fish is
Here she comes.
well over 100. Come here, girl. Keep her head up. Here we go, TJ. Oh, beautiful work, beautiful work, beautiful work. Hang on to that fish there, buddy. Hang on, that is a beautiful fish. I'm gonna loosen the drag a little bit.
Hey, that's a good
What do you
one,
think,
Rob?
sports fans? That is pretty, that's a good looking fish there.
People don't even know that Georgia has a coast, much less a bunch of these
tarpon of this
awesome
caliber,
tarpon.
are they not? That is absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and get the hook out. Man, she was hooked good.
Yep, she wasn't going anywhere, Rob. Nice.
Hook's out. Let me just kind of support her in the middle, and as long as we don't have any beautiful fish.
Oh man, look at that.
What do you think?
That is
That's
nice
a Georgia
one, Rob.
tarpon, y'all. That is what do you think he is? He's well over 100.
Yeah, I'll go 120, Rob.
Yeah. So we need to get the boat in gear and kind of get her some air. So TJ's gonna hold on to her a little bit, get some air going through her gills.
I think she's ready, Rob.
If she's ready, she'll let you know. But
You ready to
she's
send her
ready.
on, Rob?
I'm gonna take her out of gear so we don't get her with the props.
All right.
Good job. Let her go. She's ready to go. We'll let her go.
Let's go.
There you go. Beautiful, beautiful job.
Nice job, man.
Fantastic. Well, we're gonna get back at it. In the meantime, let's see what's happening in your area.
Mirror Lure, building quality saltwater lures since 1937. Turn on the bite anytime. Tie on a Mirror Lure. Captain Patrick Garmerson over in Alabama is telling me that Mobile Bay trout fishing has been very, very good. There's some nice fish being caught through the spring run heavy trout. The lower Mobile Bay area, where there's big flat areas near Fairhope and the Dog River, have been very productive. He's catching those fish with live shrimp underneath corks. He says redfish are almost everywhere. Lots of slot redfish are being caught along with those trout. He says incoming tides are best for both species of fish. Patrick says sheepshead fishing also has been very good. The Gulf rigs are our most productive, and he's catching those fish with pieces of shrimp and also fiddler crabs. In Georgia, the nearshore reefs have been very, very productive for big sheepshead. These fish are going 5 to 8 pounds. Anglers are asked to go slow on those big spawning sheepshead this time of year, but they sure are good to eat. This is coming from Captain Judy Helmy out of Savannah, who also tells me that the redfish are all over the inshore creeks, and they're holding around shell bars, and the anglers are catching them with mud minnow baits. In Mississippi, the Gulfport Harbor, the deep water areas in 10 to 30 feet of water continue to produce really nice trout. Almost any moving tide phase has been good, and a huge 8-pound sea trout was caught there just recently by a young lady. Also in Mississippi, the big black drum schools continued to work along the bay front areas and at the mouths of rivers. These are big fish. They're going 10 to 40 pounds, and the offshore fishermen continue to do very well on big, big tuna. These are yellowfins well offshore, lots of fish in excess of 100 pounds. They're being caught chunking and live bait fishing. Well, that's it for the Coastal South. Get out in the water and take a youngster with you when you go.
Fox Sports Outdoors is brought to you by Lou's. Feel the difference. Gene LaRue and Bobby Garland. We know bass and crappie from heads to tails. And by Glacier Glove. Stay outdoors longer with our gloves, hats, and shades.
There he goes. He's gonna come up. Oh, there he goes. Whoa, beautiful fish. They are all around us right now, TJ. We are surrounded by tarpon. So while TJ's on the bow casting a soft plastic, that fish we see rolling, I'm on the stern casting, doing the same thing with some soft plastics. We've got baits drifted out behind the back, and it's starting to get a little bit hectic in here. So we've already had 2 or 3 fish today. We've had probably 5 shots at fish, and we're just going to keep working at this thing, and hopefully something will roll up on one of our hooks in just a minute. But as you can see, we've got a nice rip behind us, and as the bait moves through, these tarpon are literally just busting right next to the side of the boat. They're rolling over, and we're getting our shots here and there with the soft plastics, but most of our bites today have been coming on the drifting, floating cork. So it's been a good day. I'm really impressed with this fishery out here, TJ. You got another one over there working?
That fish was not lazy.
No, that fish is eating pretty well. Let's go see what's happening in your area. Check on some fishing reports around your neighborhoods.
Hey guys, this week's Tennessee and Kentucky Fishing Report is about change because that's what's happening right now. The air's warming up, the water's warming up, the fish are moving, the water levels are fluctuating. Here's the best places to go this time of year in this region and make it count. Let's start in Mississippi and let's talk big crappie. Let's talk Lake Enid, let's talk SouthEAST, Lake Washington, and all you gotta do is fish shallow cover with a bright piece of soft plastic, something with a glow on a jig head, and just cover water. In a day's time, you're gonna get a lot of bites and you're gonna get a couple big bites. Now, in Alabama, spotted bass. In this time of year, spotted bass is king. And where I like to go and where they're really biting right now is Smith Lake around the Jasper area. Deep diving jerkbaits, just shallow diving jerkbaits in general. Shaky heads and A-rigs seem to be accounting for the most and biggest fish. Transition banks, secondary points, that's where those big spots are hanging. And in Tennessee, a couple things happening right now. Aside from there being water everywhere, Lake Chickamauga is on fire. That place has just turned into a perennial big bass powerhouse. And they're biting swim baits, they're biting red-eye shads, square bills like a KVD 1.5, and of course they always eat an A-rig up there. Let's go to the west side of the state. Let's go to Reelfoot Lake. My good friend Billy Blakely is just smashing the big crappie up there. It's that time of year, they're starting to move shallow, and he knows how to catch them. So Reelfoot Lake is on fire as well. Guys, there's a lot going on in this region right now. It's going to be changing day to day with the water levels and water temperatures, but we'd love to see you here. God bless.
At the heart of Kentucky Lake is a special place known as Paris, Tennessee. It's a place where fishing, hunting, dining, shopping, and family fun are all served with a side of Southern hospitality. We hope you'll join us soon and experience this world by the water.
There we go, we got one on. There he is. Whoa! Another nice tarpon. Another nice tarpon. And just picked up, this floating bait.
You're kind of in a lottery whenever all this bait's flushing through like it is right now. These pogies or menhaden are flushing through by the thousands.
TJ, this fish is right here.
All right. Well, you do
there
that.
He goes. He's gonna come up.
Housekeeping.
Oh, there he goes. Whoa, beautiful fish. I tell you what, this is fun, TJ. Folks, we are on the coast of Georgia, St.Simons Island. And I tell you what, I've fished all around the world, and this is as good a tarpon fishery as I've seen, TJ. You know, this fish doesn't even know that I'm attached to her, I don't believe. She's just swimming next to the boat.
No, she's gonna get mad at you here in a minute, though.
I hope she don't jump in the boat, because that last one we had on, I fought for about 30 minutes. Yeah. There she comes, TJ. She might do another show for us. This one, oh, she come off. Pulled free. That's probably a little bit my fault.
Well,
got her too close to the boat high sticker, but she just pulled free.
Yeah, that's good. Good job, man.
You can always watch our latest episode on the front page of our website at foxsportsoutdoors.com. Catch up on past episodes by clicking the archive button and learn about fishing techniques and new gear at our how-to page. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter for new fishing videos every day. Simply search for Fox Sports Outdoors and click the like button on Facebook and follow button on Twitter. And watch a new episode every week on any device by downloading the free Waypoint TV app on your phone, tablet, computer, or smart TV. Fox Sports Outdoors is brought to you by Motor Guide's new wireless and easy-to-use XI3. XI batteries, powering the world forward. Waypoint Marine, the Gulf Coast's leading saltwater boating specialist. And Strike King, designed by the pros, fished by you.
Welcome back, everyone. It's time for the Ask the Pro segment, where viewers get expert answers from fishing's top anglers. This week's question comes from Tyler, who asks, is there a technique to specifically target spotted bass? For the answer, we checked with the 2014 Bassmaster Classic champion, Randy Howell.
Hey, spotted bass now, you want to catch a big spotted bass, I love those. Alabama spotted bass, Coosa River's where I grew up fishing a lot. If you want to catch a big spot in the springtime, 2 different ways, a big crankbait, a Livingston lure, a howler crankbait, a crawfish color like I won the classic on, that's a good way to catch a big spot. Another way is a Carolina rig with a Yamamoto 5-inch green pumpkin Cinco, 3-foot leader, cover a lot of water in that 5 to 10 foot range, and those big spots that are out there spawning deep will bite that Cinco. So I hope that helps you catch more fish.
Thanks, Randy. If you have something to ask one of our experts, simply visit foxsportsoutdoors.com and follow the Ask the Pro link to submit your question. Now it's time to see who wins our Big Catch of the Week contest.
This week's winner in Big Catch of the Week contest is Ryan White of Kingsport, Tennessee, with a 20-pound striper he caught at Boone Lake in Tennessee. To enter the contest for a chance to see your fish right here on the show, just visit our website at foxsportsoutdoors.com, click on the link to the right side of the page, and follow the instructions. Well, we've taken a break from a storm. In fact, you can probably hear a little thunder in the background. We've had some great action so far. TJ, we came back to the dock. So TJ, while we're here, let's kind of go over what we're using.
Okay. So as far as rod and reel, we're using a 7-foot heavy action rod, 50 to 100 pound. Reason for that is I want that rod to start setting the hook from the minute the tarpon puts tension on it. If he starts to feel a little bit of tension and that hook's not being driven in, he's going to spin around, open his mouth, and the hook's going to fly out. So I don't really want a soft tip on the rod. I want to drive that hook in using a reel that holds a lot of line that we can put some good drag on in case he starts stretching us out. We want to be able to put the brakes on him. 65-pound braid main line. And as far as terminal tackle, I like to fish at least 2 float lines. Most of those tarpon are feeding on the surface when they come through with that bait. They're under the bait and they're feeding up towards the surface. So I want to pack as many baits as I can into that strike zone. So I fish at least 2 float lines with this little 2-inch cork. It's a 2-inch oval with a peg. And I like to slide that cork right down over the snap swivel. That helps cover that snap swivel so it's not a snag hazard with your main line. And then I just do a surgeon's loop to snap my swivel into, about 5 feet of 80-pound monofilament or fluorocarbon leader, depending on how clear the water is. And then a good 8 or 9/0 circle hook. There's something that you want to really look for in your hooks. One is a good chisel tip, because you're going to have to get through some pretty hard stuff on that tarpon. The second thing is if you have a true traditional circle hook that doesn't have that little bit of extra bend right there for the bait, the nose of that bait to rest in, a lot of times you'll wind up fouling your hook. It'll come out of the bait and turn around and re-hook it, and you'll have your bait double hooked, and that'll hide the tip of your hook and you'll lose that fish. So you want to have a place for that bait to stick that leaves the point of that hook exposed.
Hey, thanks for joining us. Hope you learned some things on how to find and catch tarpon here in St. Simons Island, Georgia. If you'd like to try this, give Captain TJ Cheek a call or visit his website, charterfish.com. I'm sure you'll have a great time. I'm Captain Rob Ferris. Barry will be back next week. So until next time, go out and enjoy the outdoors.